coming out tonight. For those of you that look at Ken Palm, Sacramento State coming into this game was number 3 in the nation in generating 3-point attempts. And they're an outstanding team. Their record doesn't quite reflect it right now, but that is a very, very good team. They kind of had a injury or a tweak on the court in the pregame, I'm not totally aware of what happened, but they played incredibly well. That's a good team, and we're fortunate to win tonight because they pushed us to the limit. A lot of really good players over there. Their head coach is an outstanding coach, and their staff is very, very good. And so I'm proud of our guys for weathering the storm. Sac State took the lead on us in the second half. We came out completely lackadaisical for a short stretch to where I had to call it. I didn't want to burn a timeout, but I had to because we were going outside of ourselves. We were going outside of our plan, our game plan. But I can't say enough about our guys. It was awesome to see all the students turn out tonight. So I want to thank the students, I want to thank the community, and I want to thank administration for making this arena such an amazing home court. We'll take some questions.
Coach, Jacob Holt gave you some challenges tonight. It seems like he was lost on defense a few times. What challenges did he present to you, both on the inside as an inside threat and then an outside shooter as well? Mm-hmm.
Well, you look at Jacob Holt and you look at the player he is. So first of all, he can stretch you out to the 3-point line. And, he's got a quick release. He's very experienced. He'll be one of the top players in their conference this year. He's big and strong and physical. And so he can take you to the post, and he can also take you out to the perimeter. I think he got 10 3-point attempts up, shot about 40% on those threes. We got lost a couple of times with him. Just a lack of communication on a couple of those hurt us. But he's going to be a very nice piece for Sacramento State this entire year.
Mark, I'm wondering how much down the stretch when you had that 15-point lead and it got down to 5 at one point, how much you're missing, you're missing 3 starters, including your point guard. How much is that throwing you off at this point?
Well, I would say I'm incredibly proud of yes, we are down 3 starters. Yes, they are absolutely very key players, and they've been in situations like that before. But this is going to end up, what we've kind of said as a staff, and what I believe is these injuries, even though most of them are day to day, you could look at this and say this is really hurtful to the team. I think it will benefit our team because we believe in strength in numbers. We have a deep roster. We can play 11 or 12 guys, but everyone has sacrificed to make every effort to win. And so now you have players getting experience in tough situations where momentum is changing back and forth. And Jeremiah, tremendous experience in the clutch. Spencer Mahoney, tremendous experience in the clutch. This is only going to make us a stronger team going forward.
Coach, your team's played well in spurts both these last 2 games, but there's been letdowns too. Is that largely a function of mixed personnel with the starters out, or is it early season adjustments, guys getting used to playing each other? It is a whole new roster, obviously.
Yeah, no, I think basketball it's a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. Tex Winter down at the Lakers, he used to always say, hey, in basketball, everything can turn on a trifle. Momentum can swing back and forth. Kevin McHale up in Minnesota, he used to say, sometimes you look at that rim as a player and it feels like throwing a rock in the ocean. And sometimes no matter how hard you try, it feels like that rim is closed up. And so basketball can sway back and forth as a player, as a coach. And the main thing I believe in is just be consistent and always keep working. And no matter what happens, no matter what obstacle you hit, you're going to be able to surpass it. Look at Spencer Mahoney. Here's a guy who's a freshman. He had a redshirt year at Washington State last year. And by the way, their staff absolutely loved him. The timing wasn't right to take him. And so he became an immediate priority for us. Who he is as a person, the way he plays, his professionalism. Spencer Mahoney as a freshman, his professionalism is off the charts. And the thing about Spencer, he's fearless. He's absolutely fearless. He rebounds the ball. He makes his teammates better. You saw all of that on display tonight. You look at Jeremiah. 2 nights in a row now, Jeremiah Wilkinson has been such a key member of the team. Jeremiah is from Atlanta. We may not have had a shot at him had we not gone to the ACC. Because when we were recruiting him and his family, that came up. Hey, not only are you going to be able to fly out here and see your son play, but when we go play Georgia Tech, when we're down in Florida State, when we're down at all those schools in that area, it's additional opportunities for Jeremiah's family to come watch him and to see the growth and the development. Jeremiah is someone, very few people can stay in front of Jeremiah. He's had multiple 4-point plays. The one at USC didn't end up being a 4-point play, but it could have been. And he's just relentless attacking the rim.
Coach, talk about that last 30-second stretch there. Sissoko gets the technical, you pull him over. What do you say to the team at that point when suddenly what looked like a 10-point game and suddenly a 5-point game with 28 seconds left?
Listen, Marty is a team captain. He's such a huge part of winning. We are, Cal, this university, is lucky to have someone like Marty Sissoko here. Basketball is an emotional game. We used to say that he got hijacked by his emotions a little bit in that moment, but it's going to be a learning experience for him. The first thing Marty told me in the locker room was, that can never happen. But let's talk about how many winning plays Marty Sissoko made tonight to help put us in the situation when we were up 10 late game. I'm sure he wants that little 10-second sequence back, but it's going to be even more valuable from a learning perspective for him.
It felt like when the game was close, you guys were really attacking the basket and being aggressive towards the hoop. How important is that to kind of keep in mind as you guys get in some tight games?
That was an emphasis point. Sacramento State does a nice job with their hard show, especially with certain of their 5 men who are really good at it. And we had a plan to attack that, and we also had a plan to kind of spread it out and attack in other ways also. And in particular, I thought Jeremiah, really everyone did a good job attacking. And Jeremiah, Andre, JOJ, Josh Joseph had a great pump fake drive and drop off for a dunk for Marty, but a lot of guys made plays out of that.
Mark, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys for coming.